Well, hello, everybody. This is Dr. Troy Duke of the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big-ass results in your life and business. Today's topic is this: stop being so hard on yourself. So this topic comes up, and it comes up over and over and over again, whether it's with clients, whether it's people who reach out to me. And it's the topic of being hard on yourself. It's a topic of people who aren't celebrating the victories that they have. It's a topic of like worrying about what everybody else thinks instead of just loving and appreciating who you are. Stop worrying about the good opinion of other people and look at yourself and the greatness that resides within you. And I'm having this conversation yet again today. And for all of you who think this is about you, it is. Just to be clear, you go, oh shit, he's talking about me right now. It is. It is about you. It's about you, the person who is hard on themselves. It's about you, the person who you've had victories over the course of the last week, and you're just not giving yourself enough credit for the work that you have done. Here we are, as of this recording, we are midway through 2019, and you have done something. You, the listener, you have done something. I don't know what that something is for you, but I know you've done something. I know you've done something that is worth giving yourself a pat on the back. I know you've done something that is worth saying, damn, way to go. Good job. Keep it up. I know that of every single person listening. And yet what many of you will do is, even if you announce what it is, if you were to verbalize it right now or write it on a piece of paper, you take a piece of paper right now and you write it on that piece of paper, look at it and read it. And the problem with some of you is that you will read it and go, yeah, but that's not that big. Or, yeah, but, Joe down the street did something so much bigger. You find a way to minimize your success, and what matters is yours. Go look in the mirror right now. What matters is the person looking back at you. You are the one who does the work. You are the one who gets up in the morning and has goals and ambitions and things that you want. You are the one who is, whether if you're working with a coach, then you have someone like myself who is pushing you and helping to hold you accountable, but I can't make you do the work. I can only open doors. You can walk through them. I am not the one who has you walking through them. And no coach pushes you through the door. You have to be willing to take the step through that door. And when you're willing to take the step through the door, it means, if we're looking at this metaphorically, that you're willing to take the actions that are necessary to create what you want. You have to take the actions. When I look at myself as a coach, I actually replaced the word with guide. I am a guide. I guide people. I show some of them the light, but yet they have to walk to it. I show some of them the darkness, and they have to crawl out of it. It's a matter of, I am there to guide you out of it. I am there to guide you towards it. I am there to be a guide in the process, but you've had to do the work. And so to minimize it does no one any good. And they say, oh, well, I don't want to disappoint you. Fuck me. It's not about disappointing me. It's about you being happy with who you are and the growth that you're creating and the successes that you are creating, and that you are one of few people, you listening, even listening to this podcast, you are a person who is looking to do something that is bigger. You are looking to be a person who is leveling up. You are looking to do something in your life where other people right now are choosing to watch Netflix. Or they're choosing to sleep in. It's all of those things that make you unique and different. The fact that you are listening to this says that you are an individual who wants more in your life. And if you're taking just one action today, isn't that worth it? But what do? You become hard on yourself. Well, but I could have done more. Well, I shouldn't have. I slept in, but I did work out today, and I've been working towards getting better in my body. Well, good. Then why would you be hard on yourself? Well, because I slept in, but you still did the work. And if you have a desire to get up earlier, then identify why you want to get up earlier. Identify what it's going to take for you to get up earlier, and you will. But you can't keep being hard on yourself. Look, I know. I used to do this all the time. I used to think this was a badge of honor, as I would tell people well, I critique myself after every talk that I do, so nobody can critique me worse than me. And I used to think that was a badge of honor, and it's like, well, that's cool, dude. So you can beat the shit out, and I've said it before, I can beat the shit out of myself way worse than anyone else can. And I thought it was a badge of honor, look at me go. It does nothing. It's me being critical of me. As opposed to, and I've also, on the other side, said this. I'm going to take a look at what I did well and what I can improve upon next time. And I've been preaching that for what feels like 1,000 years now. I go do a talk. I want to identify what I did well. What did I do well in that talk? And then I want to identify what can I improve upon? What was I just not crazy about that I would change in my next talk? And it's so funny because instead of trying to beat the shit out of myself, what I end up doing is, actually identifying victories. And what I end up doing is looking for ways to just improve. But I acknowledge my success. I acknowledge what I did well. And I look for those ways to grow. See, if you can just stop being so hard on yourself, yeah, you'll find areas of things that you want to improve, and that's okay. That's why coaches exist and mentors and trainers exist, is to guide you on that journey. But you also should be looking at the victories that you've had and being proud of yourself because you had to do the work. No one does it for you. So I want you to take a look at your life today. I want you to look across body, being, balance, and business. I want you to look at all 4 areas. And I want you to take a look at just writing down, do this. Write down 1 victory in each area in the last 7 days. In your health, in your spirituality, in your relationships, and in your business or work. Write down 1 victory in each one of those areas. And don't minimize it. Don't sit there and say, oh, I could have done better. I should have. Just look at it and be proud of what it is that you have done. And then if you want, go down the path of what would you do differently next time. Not as a means of beating yourself up, as a means of saying, 1, I am proud of me. And you should write that on the paper. I am proud of ... I am proud of ... And you write down what you did in health, what you did in your spirituality, what you did in your relationships, what you did in your business. And then, if you want to take the next step. Now, for those of you who are super hard on yourself, don't do the next step. Just look at what you should be proud of. And if you are a person who is like, no, I'm good, I got this, I get it. Then I'm going to go to part 2. I'm going to say, what could I improve upon next time? And just look at 1 or 2 areas. You don't look at all 4, just look at 1 or 2 areas. It might be a workout where you go, I'm going to push myself harder. I'm really proud of what I did, but I'm going to push myself harder, and here's what that looks like. In my relationship, I spent some quality time with my kids, but I'm going to go for more time. I'm going to go for 30 minutes instead of 20 minutes. See, just look for the little things. And you notice that's not being critical. That's just saying, here's what I would do differently next time. And it changes the context and the energy around everything that you do. I no longer have to beat the shit out of myself and critique myself hardcore. No, I just have to look at what I would do differently and use that lesson in my life. Why? Because life in itself, ladies and gentlemen, is one big lesson, day in and day out. So why not learn from it so you can expand tomorrow? That's all I've got for you here today, folks. Hey, if you haven't already, you know what I'm going to say. Head on over to iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher, and rate or review this podcast, please, por favor. Also recommend it. If you know somebody who you think could benefit from the Daily Fire I deliver here Monday through Friday, please forward it off to them. And as always, as I've been saying here for a couple weeks now, shoot me an email, man, drtroy@commitandgo.com. I'd love to hear about what's going on in your life, victories that you're having, successes, challenges, and even if you have a question, I will feature that here. I'd be more than proud to do that. Or check out commitandgo.com to find out more about myself and the programs that we have. That's all I've got for you here today. I am Dr. Troy Dukowitz. This has been the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big-ass results in your life and business. We'll hear you next time. Bye-bye.